welcome back to a tutorial that I chose for this week, and I chose saved. So one thing that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start breaking it down into a couple sections. I am going to play a verse or two for you to show you kind of how I play it, and then I'm going to do a modified version, maybe for beginners. I realize that a lot of people that watch this are just starting out playing hymns, and so I figured I would make it a little bit easier, show you some patterns that you can do that are very, very easy to implement. So I'm going to go ahead and play a verse or two of Saved. So a lot of 6/8 have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pattern. So this one I kind of like to do in a waltz tempo. And I'm just taking what I'm doing and just kind of doing broken chords with it. Now if you're a beginner, you can start out by simply doing back and forth chords. You're just going to follow the bass line, of course, okay? So you can do... Very simple. When you start getting more advanced, you can do octave chord. Okay, I'm just going back and forth. I have the B flat octave, B flat chord, B flat octave, B flat chord. You can also start, one thing I do with my students is if they have a song written in blocked chords is where they're stacked, I will have them do broken. Gentle sound like that, but just I try to get my students to just think outside the box. So don't just play. Even though hymns were written in 4-part harmony, that's not our job as pianists to play that. We want to look for opportunities to put runs in. Now you'll notice this song is not one that I really put a lot of arpeggios in. I don't really put that many in here. There's not really an opportunity. In 6/8 time, you want to think of it as more like 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You kind of think of 6/8 like that. No, I don't know of anyone that looks at 6/8 and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Most people kind of think of it as in 2 beats, like that. So another thing as a beginner that you can look for, even to make it very simple, is if you did a second verse, maybe just take your right hand up an octave. And that gives it a nice sound too when you just take your hand up an octave. But as far as jumping around, I jump around on the left hand a lot. And basically anything in that chord octave, you can play. So here it's just a B flat octave, but I'm going to I'm throwing an F octave in there as well. As you get more advanced, you want to kind of switch from chords, like a B flat chord. I prefer octaves in the left hand a lot. It just has a more full sound, and then you can even fill those octaves in at times and make them 4-note octaves. So as you get more advanced, you can start going from chords to octaves. I very rarely play chords, but you still need to know your chords as far as piano playing goes, because it's very foundational to what you're doing. So for a beginner, start out learning your chords. Start out learning your key signatures. Start out learning your scales. Super important. Scales, key signatures, and all the chords that go with it. Remember that each key signature has 3 main chords. And I've covered that before. This is the key of B flat. Again, I think the song I did last week was B flat as well. So you're going to mainly B flat, F chord, and E flat chord. And you notice that those are most of your octaves too. So as you get more advanced, you can start putting in those runs that you heard me doing, such as right before the chorus. Look for runs that you can connect to this B flat. So we're up here on F on the word U, and this is one where you could do an arpeggio in the right hand, but I tend to do the run. Look for runs that you can start adding in. So you start off by just doing chords. You start off then by doing octave chord progression, and then you start off, and then after you get those 2 things down, you add in those runs. Oftentimes at the end, if you are just a beginner, you can just end with a simple chord. B flat, octave chord is what I did there. But if you're more advanced, you can start kind of running up with your hands as you end it. Like that. You kind of just follow your hands up as you go. I hit a sour note in that, so it wasn't as clean as I normally like it, but as a pianist, you're also going to mess up a lot, and you just got to get back up on the piano bench and keep going. I've had plenty of mess ups, but the key is just keep practicing, keep getting better, and I hope those tips helped. Like I said, beginners start off by basic octave chord progressions or just chords. So that would be B flat chord. You could even just stay. Just doing, if you're adding an extra beat in with your left hand chord, 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 okay, and so on and so forth. So just learning those chords is very, very important, and it's very foundational to what you're doing. So keep on practicing. If you have any songs that you would like me to play, leave it down below. Thanks. Have a great day.